Why coach?
Rowing, you can get out of rowing whatever you put into it, so you can make it whatever you want. It can just be, a sport you just do occasionally and recreationally, or you can be something that is your life. It becomes your life. So it's different for every person. That's what's great about it.
Coaching looks like a lot of this and this, with some selection, a few race days, and even fewer breakthrough days. Sometimes with the competition, but it's not always sunshine and rainbows. It's feeding hundreds of athletes, a lot of food, keeping them hydrated. More importantly, making sure other coaches don't get hangry and stay caffeinated. Sometimes it's getting hit by a semi while driving the trailer full of new boats, or helping recover bicycles. Keeping our waters clean. Then there's winter and snow removal and ice on the lake so thick that you can have a bonfire. It requires dressing in every layer you own. Sometimes the boathouse is even your temporary mailing address. It's truly exhausting, especially with a full-time engineering job. So, why coach? Rowing changed the trajectory of my life dramatically.
Monotonous, and you do the same thing every day. You have to get used to that, but at the same time, there are things about it that I don't even know what they are. There's just something about it that's exciting. It makes you get out of bed at 6:30 every morning.
I grew up in West Virginia. Like most, I was expected to be stuck there forever. I was terrible at most sports. I was introduced to rowing after moving to a new school. I cried at my first practice, mostly because I can't swim. I went to camp at the Naval Academy and fell in love with rowing. I eventually learned to row the single, and went to another camp at Princeton, where I met Olympians, which felt like an impossible dream after growing up in West Virginia. This is where the dream to make a national team started. My coaches and everyone around me said I'd never make a college team. So maybe my only chance was if I started coxing. So I applied to every single USRowing dev camp. All of them rejected me except Chicago Rowing Center. The first person to believe in me was Michael O'Gorman. So, after my junior year of high school, I moved to Chicago and lived with the host family. I was determined to row in college and compete internationally. That summer, I got to race the single. I also got to race at a national level regatta. I raced with other lightweights that were much better than me. However, my high school PR was still only 8:18. Princeton was looking for sub 750. Luckily, the Wisconsin coach believed in me. 8:18 was too slow to be a recruit, so I walked onto the team. I was convinced I'd get cut. As it turns out, I didn't get cut. I stroked the freshman 8, became a captain, SAC member, peer leader, and raced at IRAs. I studied biological systems engineering with 3 minors in technical communication, engineering for energy sustainability, and environmental studies. During my freshman year, I took a 20-hour trip to Seattle for the USRowing Level 1 coaching certification. During my junior year, I broke my arm. I had surgery and was in a cast from February through May. 2 weeks after removing the cast, I made the varsity 8 for the first time. I stroked the boat to victory at Eastern Sprints. We added more speed over the next few weeks. And we won IRAs by over 11 seconds. I was the shortest in the boat. My next goal was to make a national team. However, I wasn't even being considered for the group of lightweights that were being selected for the trials quad. One of the coaches went out with me in a double and tried to explain the catch, put the blade in, eat a sandwich, and then go. Another coach told me I looked like I was falling down the stairs when I was sculling. He probably wasn't wrong. I spent a lot of time on the phone with Michael O'Gorman, and I quit camp. I drove my single to Princeton to race in trials without a coach. Before I left Wisconsin, the coaches told me the stars would have to align for me to beat anyone. Well, the stars aligned, and I made the team in the lightweight single. But I still didn't have a coach, and I had to name one upon acceptance of the spot. So I recruited one of the Olympians I met many years before at the Princeton camp. I didn't have anywhere to stay, but I was welcomed by the openweight camp in a spare bedroom and adopted as an honorary openweight. I had no idea how to secure equipment overseas. Luckily, others did. I was so nervous that I launched for one of my races with just one oar. Somehow I made it back to the dock without flipping. I met a legendary lightweight rower and coach, This year was already beyond my dreams. Then I stroked the 8 to head of the Charles victory, beating Vesper by 26 seconds, and got recognized at the state capitol with J.J. Watt. The following summer, I stroked the lightweight quad that won elite nationals. From Wisconsin, I got lifelong friends, alumni boats, and reunions. We've become lifelong athletes in multiple sports, better humans and coaches. I know what you're thinking. Okay, but you still haven't gotten to why you want to coach. If it hadn't been for the first coach believing in me, I never would have been able to tell this story. My life would be totally different. He changed many at Vesper in Chicago and beyond. We need more coaches like this. After college, it took me several years to discover that I'm unable to eat gluten, dairy, and eggs. I wish I had known this when I was breaking bones and severely iron deficient. This kept me away from the sport for nearly a decade. I still have dreams to be competitive again, but I'm in the same situation as I was before. HPGs and coaches aren't interested. There's a huge gap in rowing after college. Why do rowers quit after college? Injury, burnout, rejection from HPGs? How do we support non-traditional pre-elite rowers?
I don't know what to do, but I definitely know what not to do.
The thing that I've learned the most from rowing is that you have to be ready for your opportunity, because you just never know when your opportunity is going to be there.
This is my opportunity to coach. After many years of experimenting with my own performance variables, recovering from injuries, pushing past my own boundaries, and watching my family struggle with disease at a young age, I've discovered my purpose is to find ways to help others realize their potential while optimizing health span and lifespan, and coach other like-minded coaches. The most impactful Level 3 topics for me were methodology and program management. Those modules not only encouraged me to refine my why and write a clear mission statement, but also translate to working in tech and every other aspect of life. My mission is to empower, educate, and inspire the world to lead fitter, healthier, happier lives. I believe we're all capable of way more than we imagine. Anyone can be a better athlete, leader, and human. I'm passionate about helping others realize their unique potential. I'll use many of the lessons about safety, physiology, technique, biomechanics, rigging, and mindset while coaching on our virtual coaching platform, BitCrew. The goal of BitCrew is to be more effective, entertaining, and inclusive compared to other platforms. Sessions can be on demand or live in custom training plans. They can be any combination of live, recorded, one-on-one, group, indoor, or outdoor sessions. Workouts can be done on any equipment, in any weather, in any location. For example, an underserved athlete in West Virginia can hire an elite coach in Chicago. BitCrew handles integrations for payment, equipment, and fitness trackers to enable coaches to focus on scaling sustainable coaching businesses with their own prices and schedules, because their expertise and time are the most valuable assets. I'm currently certified with USRowing, USA Triathlon, and Ironman. I know my mission will require lifelong learning. I'm working on personal trainer and precision nutrition certifications currently. During the process of making this presentation, my mission became so clear that I finally wrote a personal statement and applied for a Human Performance Master's degree program. The first idea for graduate work started when I met this guy during my USRowing Level 2 certification. I eventually planned to certify in mental performance, strength and conditioning, and sports nutrition. Last month, I secured coaching space for endurance and strength training. It is my ultimate dream to open a human performance lab offering services in training, physiology, mental performance, recovery, and nutrition, while also contributing to the community through journals, videos, blog posts, podcasts, and books. I want to positively impact the health and longevity of as many people as possible. Originally, I wanted to get Level 3 certified for the opportunities that it would create for me. What I've actually learned is all the ways I can create opportunities for others. I am grateful and inspired by all the coaches that coached me, all the coaches that gave me a chance, and all the coaches that have taught me. I am grateful to have met all of you. I appreciate hearing all of your stories, perspectives, and advice, and I hope to continue in the future. Thank you.